Hi everyone, thank you for joining us and thank you Ydalmis for your time. I want to, I know you, I already know all your work and all that you do, but please introduce yourself to all that people that are already connecting here and please introduce yourself, Ydalmis.
Hi, Anna. Thank you so much for your invitation. I'm so glad that we are connected here, and I can change. Even share all my information in terms of what I'm doing and who I am. So let's start from the beginning, right? So I was born in Cuba and raised in Puerto Rico all my life. So when I was 2 years old, my parents moved to Puerto Rico, and I've been growing and raised in Puerto Rico. I was doing everything there, like even my masters, my baby, my first son, and then I always like to have different. I think that when you like culture and when you like people, I really enjoy so much to know other people around, and that's one of the reasons I left when I was 18 years old and I started studying in an exchange program in Maryland. So that was my first experience with US. Then I started traveling, and then I moved again for sure, and then for good. I should say for good. 15 years ago, I moved to the cold weather in the Midwest. I have a relocation from my company, and I start working since 1995 with the pharmaceutical industry, medical devices, and biologics as well. So I've been all my life in sales and marketing, and also commercial operations. And for me, have been like a beautiful, beautiful journey in terms of my career path. I enjoy so much to be in that environment. I really appreciate, and also I'm so proud. I'm very proud to be in that, also in that industry, because I learned so much in terms of the structure and regulations and policies and everything that people probably don't like too much, but at the same time, I was in the fun side. That was the marketing and sales. So from there, I almost until 2 or 3 years ago, I ended having that specific roles in my life around the industry. But even there, I always close to them by contracts or different corporation opportunities that I have as well. So now, 5 years ago, I started like doing more into my entrepreneurial side, and I developed my own business. 5 years ago, I started like working with this specific coach. She's a life coach, and I enjoy so much the dynamic that's what I'm doing now. I'm a business coach now, and I'm running my business, and I love it. I started 5 years ago in 2015, and today is a different story. So it's
Yeah.
growing a lot, and I'm so happy where I am right now.
Okay, thank you so much for sharing your professional background because I think that is amazing. And you start to talking about your business. I want you to share with all of people that are joining us what is the name of your business and who you serve. What is the main purpose of your business right now, and what are your services and the products that you offer right now in your business?
Sure. When I started, I think since the beginning, I knew that I have a specific mission. I decided to go through the business coaching, and also the name, because the name represents who I am, and also represent the other women around the world. So it's leading from leadership, leading life, and it's how you can lead your own life. And that's what I'm doing. My mission behind that specific brand and that specific name is, prepare the woman and wake them up to have a great evolution in their career path. And that's, what is everything related to my business. And if you see the umbrella of the leading life, have different business units. So I think that, like any investment, you want to put all your eggs in different baskets. The same thing I've been doing with my company. So I started as a business coach, and that's my core, right? That's the core of the business. But at the same time, I dedicated also time to be an author and as a bestseller author that I'm so proud of it. But also I have in the same structure, I have a podcast, I have a public speaking engagements, I have corporate contracts, and even online courses. So I think that's in general what is the business about.
Okay, and I'm going to ask you like the biggest question of the 2020, and it's what what have been the biggest challenge that you have to face this year?
Well, I think two things, and I mentioned that before. I think that big challenge for everybody that is at home right now, with the situation that we're facing, I think is more into the how you deal with the family 24/7 in your house, and that was the first challenge. Even that you're working and I enjoy so much working from home. That was the first challenge, how to manage the kids online and you're working online and have those structures that help us a lot to develop that relationship in the meantime with your family so many hours. That's the first challenge. And the second challenge I think was more into the I have the opportunity, right, to travel the world and be in communication with my clients before in the companies, the same way that we are doing by Zoom or by Skype or any other platforms. But I think for me, even that I was doing that with my coaching clients, I think was more into have that relationship face to face that we have when we travel or we visit, our clients. The same thing. I think that piece is hard for me to do not have it because I'm very people oriented. So I love to have people around me. So I think that's a bigger challenge. And the other thing was like I knew that I have to move forward in my business in terms of be more have more exposure and go into the digital market. So that's for me the three things that I can tell you that have been was hard at the beginning. Now I'm managing everything, and so I'm happy. But it's good. It's a
You're
good
doing well. Yeah.
it's a good challenge. It's a good challenge.
It's a good challenge if only like it's going to last until December. So
I hope, right?
yeah. Okay, you talk about two important stuffs that I want to talk a little bit more. That is the online market, like to digitalize yourself, and actually to online marketing. Can you talk about more what is your perception about online marketing or digital marketing?
Well, first, when I was telling you that I've been 25 years in sales and marketing, so I believe in marketing. For me, marketing is in my DNA, so that's what is important right now behind any conversation that we can have. That's my hat, my main hat is marketing. So when you have a traditional marketing with these companies that are the bureaucracy and the regulations are very 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 clear, and they don't you can expose yourself or you can expose a brand, but it's with some limitations. I think that talking about this type of benefits, I think was okay. I know marketing, I know the traditional marketing, but I need more to be more in the digital part. So I think that's something that I enjoy so much because it's not the same when you have just the regular marketing or traditional, that going out there and be in every platform that you can depend of your brand and where you are in the cycle of your business. But I think that have that exposure in different platforms is impressive, but also the communication that you can have with your client, your potential clients and your regular clients. So those potentials that they are facing you or going around with you, like following you and see what you do, I think it's a great uh, practice to have the digital marketing, because you can have an email that can have some specific algorithms behind that give you a lot of metrics, and you can analyze better your business. And I think that's one of the most important areas of be digital. And also I think that you have to have a strategy behind that help you to have, what type of target you want to reach and what type of target you want to conquer, and have it at the end with the closing business and have a conversion. So the whole journey that you have with the digital is like you can reach, the reach and frequency is bigger. For me, that's amazing. And I can have someone that is watching me for I don't know how many months, and then in every area I can catch that person because have been in, social media, I'm in my email, I'm in a video, I'm in a live, I'm like, so it's so many ventures, or I can say so many ways to get into your target. That is amazing. I love digital. I love marketing, so it's easy for me to explain.
Okay, amazing. You was talking about different important topics, but I want you to like to talk a little bit more about what type of campaigns have you done in this like digital moment of your business, and actually what types of campaigns you think that works better for your company or for B2B or B2C companies as you experience show you.
So I think that first of all, you have to understand your business. You have to understand in what cycle is your brand. If you are, at the beginning as an entrepreneur that wants to, have a very good base and start getting the exposure, is different than someone that is mature and have, certain areas that are covered already in marketing. So for me, I think that was one of the most beautiful areas that I enjoy so much is when you have those type of campaigns that you are talking directly to the customer. So for me, the feelings and have those type of connections in terms of the content that you have, in terms of what specific message you have, what is the graphic behind, and or pictures or whatever you want to have or demonstrate out there to your customer. But one I think that I enjoy a lot, designing my campaigns with you guys specifically, is that we have that time that we sit every week and understand, okay, what is the topic that we're gonna send out there and what is the message that we're gonna send out there. Have that content related to the specific message. And I'm talking about all platforms. I'm talking about YouTube right here. We are in YouTube and Facebook, but we have, that connection in every different ways, and that a specific way to have a campaign with, videos, or talking with the audience, or a specific design, or a specific content, is it makes the difference between other people that are just posting without any specific strategy behind. So that's for me the key.
Okay, by the way, who else who are asking about what social networks Ydalmis is running this at this moment? She's on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, and on YouTube. Okay, so understand a little bit about what is she talking about according to the post, according to the artworks and all of stuffs. Okay, and Ydalmis, what formats and types of content you recommend to those that are watching us at this moment?
Well, because I understand that my business is related to women, and I want to have a message out there that is the evolution. I think when we sit down and we start writing, our contents are more into, it's a workshop, right? When we sit together, I think that it's important for me
Yeah.
as a customer or your client to bring a lot of content, because I know my business more than you. Right? But at the
Yeah.
same time, now that we are integrated, it's easier for you guys to develop your copywriter can develop content or have a specific picture or a specific illustration, because you guys know more now about me and my business. So every time that someone is writing a content out there, or doing a publication, I think it's important to have that dynamic between both of us, like the agency and the client, and also propose. I think that sometimes it's good to have a variety of things. Like today, we post an infographic, and I think that's super important because it's like a kind of a journey of how you can be a successful entrepreneur. But at the same time, we are bringing content for them to share, for them to keep and store, for people to understand that we are bringing value. And I think that's the type of content that you want to be having out there. Because if you want to work with someone, it's not just asking for money all the time and work with me. Of course, everybody likes that, right? But at the same time, what you are doing for your customers as well. So that's the reason why I enjoy so much working with you guys, because we have that dynamic that we can share, information and be sure that we are right on point to our target.
Thank you. And actually, I think the same that you are saying. Actually, what I love of marketing is that you don't need to only show your product or your service. It's now give me your money. It's like I can help you. I'm the business for you. I'm the right person for you to achieve whatever you need or whatever you want. Okay, so I want you to share with all of those that are here if you think that the digital marketing actually helped you with this challenge that you mentioned before that you are facing this 2020.
Yes, for sure. And Anna, I have to tell you, it's a difference from night to that day, right? So, I think that the exposure is more now. I'm in more platforms than before. I think that we have also the communication with the client like closer. And also you can see even in the views, you can see in the comments, we can see also, even in the podcast that we have right now live, since we launched like a few weeks ago. We are covering so many countries and so many people are downloading because we have a campaign now. We have specific information about the specific information that we want to share. So yeah, I think it's from I changed my not just my business, because the core and my essence of my business is the same. I think that what we can have now different is, first I have help, delegate. I think it's important. Also, I have a better graphic design in terms of, my line, my graphic line is different. Also, we are, testing the water out there in a different type of markets, that probably my relationship with my customer were coming more from Miami and Puerto Rico, because of course I'm from there. But even though that I know people everywhere in the world, and you can tell because 17 countries in a podcast is because I have some connections out there, and at the same time that people, of course,
Yeah.
like what I'm saying. But I think it's like you have to understand that you can do everything by yourself. That you have to open your eyes and say, "Hey, I have to say yes to help, yes to people that can take me to the next level." The same thing that I do with my clients.
Okay. Okay, perfect. And I want to ask you this. Do you think that the budget is a barrier for these kind of stuffs?
Well, budget is a beautiful word. It's a beautiful word because budget, you can manage budget very well, or you can manage budget and going down the hill with your business. So for me, I think it's important. That's something that I'm very proud to have, in terms of how I deal with my budget. Um, because I've been in marketing so many years and I've been working with agencies so many years, I understand that any business should have that investment with, in terms of your budget, and have that specific allocation in your business. Because really marketing, it should be from 5% to 30% of your business, because that's what the people, or the way that you can grow your business. So exposure, having other people that help you, have more people that can see in different perspectives as well, the same way that we do our brainstormings and things like that. Even surveys that we can have out there. So budget is important. For me, probably at the beginning when you are starting a business, it's like complicated to see that you can invest that amount of money, but everybody have to consider they have to invest to see your business growing. So for me, it's that I earn money, but I at the same time I have to invest. So it's a in and out, way to grow your business. Is not another way.
Okay, perfect. And actually, what we say to our clients is that budget, it's not only money, it's money and time. And you have like to balance in which part you have more to give the other one like the same participation, and sometimes you don't have enough time, but you need like to invest, as you say, to make that budget like works out very well. And I'm not as afraid as I thought I will be doing this question, but how has been your experience working with an agency until now?
Well, talking about agencies in general, right? You can have agencies that run, different aspects of your business, so media, or it could be digital, or it could be different ways. For me, that I've been exposed to so many agencies, I think first, what I love to work with you guys is first is the communication, and I think that is super important, because when you don't have communication with your agency and they don't know you, it's a disaster. But I love the communication that I have with you every single day. WhatsApp, text, videos, meetings. So we have that. On top of that, we have meetings at least twice per week, and I love that as well. And I can see that the whole team is involved. So someone is talking to you about, the financial planning. Other people are more into what is going on with your campaign. Other people are more into the content. Others are about graphics. So I think that when you put everybody together, we have a final product that is beautiful, and we have that communication. That's the first thing. And the second thing I think is have that opportunity to be out there with someone that know better the market than you. And for example, you guys have been, so many years in Colombia, so many years in Miami, so many years around the world, that probably, even that I have the experience, international experience, and some things are important that you have to understand that probably the agency have been there before you. So I think also that. And when we decided to go by specific markets, you guys have that experience already. And when we decided, okay, let's work with Miami, Puerto Rico, and Mexico, for example, I think what is beautiful is that you have that experience with other customers already, and you know what you have to do in terms of how to ask for the email to the people, because there's some regulations that you have to go through that. The algorithms on every platforms as well that works different in Colombia than works probably in US. Things like that I think that helps a lot. So I love to work with you guys, to be honest.
Thank you so much. And the last question that we want to ask here is, do you think that the webinar strategy is like an important key for the success of your business? Can you share with us a little bit about this?
Sí, Ana. I say sí in Spanish. Yes, for sure. um, I've been doing like webinars in Zoom. I've been, doing different type of webinars. But I think that the way that we are doing our webinars is like very well. I think we have to think very well the strategy and the way that we're going to communicate, to have those people in our webinar, and what is the follow-up after we finish the webinar. So first, the strategy. Second, what is the content that you're going to provide to the people that are going to be there, taking time of their agenda or busy schedule, and have 1 hour with us, and what you're going to bring to the table, why you are presenting, what is the value behind the information that you are bringing. So that's important. The other thing about the webinar is you will have a capture audience there, and you are bringing value, but contemplate the idea that people can even be your client later. So it's more than that. It's go beyond in terms of the relationship that you start creating with that audience, and also what else you can do for them in terms of the content that you can provide after, and the follow-up. So that follow-up for me is important as well, that you guys work that very well, because I can reach by myself all the people, alone. So we have that, follow up. That is that email that people receive, so saying thank you, and also the way that we communicate all in terms of WhatsApp, for example. If you are interested in working with me, at least have your first 30 minutes of consulting, anything about your business, you have that opportunity, and how we're going to manage that as well. So I think it's the whole enchilada that with people say, it's the whole
The
thing.
whole package.
Exactly. It's just not just say webinar. I think it's the whole umbrella, if we can say, under the webinar.
Okay, and you think that all these like box, all these package that you are doing right now in terms on online marketing and digital marketing really helps you like to achieve that goals that you have, and can you share with all of the people that are here, how have we
Mhm.
impact your results until now?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the majority of my clients have been referrals. So it's like client that I have, and they refer someone else, and I love it because it's people that really you appreciate and also trust. And I love to work with people that are committed and people that are really in the game. But at the same time, I want to have more clients, and also I want to take my message out there and expand my business. And the way that I'm doing in terms of when I make a decision to work with you guys is different, and make me feel that now I have more hands. I extend myself in different areas. So um, definitely it's more clients, more exposure, more followers. I think also we can present out there the whole business, every business unit. So we have the whole package in one umbrella, that is Leading Life, and then we can, focus on, this week probably more into the podcast because the wallet was launched. Tomorrow, let's talk about leaders are learners, and then we were talking about, everything related to reading, and have, more certifications and study more, and continuous education, and we are talking more about the book. And the same way that we are working together, having that business everywhere. And you can see in everybody, even the comments, or people that are reaching out, and the way that we are connecting. So it's different.
Okay, amazing. And I'm really happy that you're happy. So
I
that's
am, I am, I am. This is serious, guys. This is serious. I'm very happy.
okay, Almis. Thank you so much for your time. I don't know if you want to share anything else with the people that are watching us at this moment.
Yeah, well, first, thank you so much for your invitation, Anna. And I want to say, for those women that are watching us, I think it's important to give yourself the opportunity to grow. And the best way is having someone that really can guide you, can give you a structure, can be organized, and can take you from your, take you on holding hands, and together, and be sure that you guys can start having that exposure that I have. Something that I always say to my clients is, you have to have that mentality, that is the geographical expansion now more than ever, with the communication and the way that we can, reach out there, to the audience and your clients.
Okay. Thank you, Ydalmis, and thank you all. I hope that you enjoyed this interview as I do. And I don't know, see you tomorrow, maybe.
Okay, bye bye, Anna. Thank you so
Okay.
much,
Bye
everybody.
bye.